Good evening. Don't worry, Joe. I see your message. It got deleted. I am starting now, and I am a bum. You're very welcome. Jason Casper's in the house. Everybody in the chat, say hello. Who do you have? Okay. Cons, good evening. Ed Balboa, good evening. Jason Casper, again, good evening. Jason Casper is long from 68k. That is unfortunate because I was kind of hoping we'd bounce. But we gotta liquidate him first. Where's your liquidation? Where's your liquidation, Jason? I hope it's like here, so then we can bounce. Let's speed this treadmill up. Beep, beep. Come on, faster. 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 There we go. All right, now we're moving. Liquidation at the 618. Aww. I should let me zoom this chart out. Now we're gonna make a little start. I don't want to give away everything too soon. Who else is here? Oh, 2 seconds, 1 second. And there's my face. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Here comes 58k, John Dice. This is the thing. All right. Let me just let's turn off the chart for a moment. What are we thinking, people? Before we get into anything, are people getting scared again? This is the problem after we've had a relatively large move down over the past week. People get scared on a little dip back into some good support again. Yesterday's reaction was really nice, but we do have to remember it was a news event. So we've got to be aware of that. There's also some very interesting stuff going on with legacy markets today. And yeah, I think both Bitcoin, Ethereum, NASDAQ, S&P 500, a bunch of the big stocks are at quite critical levels, like as we speak. So we'll watch those. Oh, this song always repeats. I think this is the song that always like copyright strikes me. So anyway, the Oliverse, tequila time again. Absolutely not. Water is the friend. Anyway, no one's noticed I've got a nice new haircut today. I no longer look like a tramp. I finally made a few dollars again yesterday from my long after like almost losing everything. No. So I was able to afford a haircut because I cashed out some money yesterday for the first time in about 6 weeks. To the moon. We either make a higher low here and pump to 72, or we dump to the 52k zone. Yeah, okay. Right, let's reset chart view and let's go over what's happened over the past little bit of time. So, first of all, bounce yesterday, okay? We took out the last internal lows, all right? We know that we were looking at a support zone around 64k and wanted to bid around 64k in order to get a nice juicy swing trade up for what I do hope will be the next leg towards new highs again. Whether that takes us back to 72 or 1,072 or whatever it is. We were looking at this as being like the low before the next leg. So starting to get back into swing trade long, and the first time I have compounded since 38k. Now, what we are continuing to see at the moment, a lot of what this has been, we're having another day of outflows on the ETF. It's grayscale shit. It's just regular stuff. We've been seeing outflows all week, and it's likely, I guess, to continue. I'm not too fussed about the outflows and things. It's an unknown. We can't really control it. And we can just trade off of the technicals because that is what we do know and what we do understand. We've been here for a while trading this stuff. So I'm not going to do too much speculation over that kind of stuff. Ooh, John Poloni. New here, what's going on? Casper sent me. Nice to see some of the Casper crew here. That is good to see. I hope you do enjoy the content. Please do subscribe if you've not subscribed already. Anyone who's new here, subscribe. Hit the like button, all right? And if everyone subscribes, then I'll do my greatest. Husky XBT is in the house as well. Absolute legend. Like one of the best. I don't know. Like just a really good account. If anyone is on, well, I hope you all are on X. Do give Husky XBT a follow. Yeah, real nice guy. Who else is here? Complex, kind of new, been watching on and off. Well, watch more often. Yeah? Been here since 2021. Dusty. Thank you, Dusty Mountain Climber. Yes, all right. Yeah, so Bitcoin. Okay, the bounce yesterday. We've spoken enough about it. Okay, I was scaling into the long from 64. It was really nice to get a move up yesterday during FOMC. I have taken profit. Okay, so we took out 4-hour highs. So we'll start off with this. Okay, I've got a couple of like just basic charts, and then we can get into stuff that's a little bit more interesting. Firstly, okay, a little bit of a gap here for those of you who like the gappiness stuff. We had a 4-hour close above there, which does lead us to believe that we will be taking liquidity higher. Okay, so we had this bearish market structure. The 4-hour gap here, 4-hour close above, and now we're starting to come back into what is essentially the inverse of that, which is we've got a 4-hour supply, we've got a 4-hour demand, that kind of thing. Now, nested inside this 4-hour gap on the chart, we do have some single prints. All right, and once again, this is like nestled inside the 4-hour gap. We have the half-hour gap, and that lines up some nice confluence between these. As to where we are right now. So I'd quite like to see a bounce from here, if I'm perfectly honest. This is the area that I had been targeting in which to compound a long position. To compound the long position that's currently around about 63,400 as an average. Having taken profit, as I say, at these highs. And now coming back in towards this dip. So what I took off, I'd quite like to add back on. Obviously that slightly raises my average. So I'm going to give this a little bit of time here just before I do start bidding. But reaction so far, not too bad. We've got confluence here. And yeah, if we're holding this area, this is okay as making the possible higher low. Bearish thoughts. There is still a bearish argument. Obviously, we have had a big move down. We are still in a downtrend. So we have high. locally, I mean, we're in a really big uptrend, right? But like more locally over the past week. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Yeah, lower low, lower high. You could count this. That is a low high. That took the low. We have technically changed market structure around here. But when you're looking at the really major swing structure that we have on the 4-hour, it's a little bit like this. That could target a move down towards 58, which still a possibility, but I don't think is the most likely scenario. The other thing is our point of control. So we had the break up yesterday, impulsive move up, but then today it's just been like 1, 2, 3 candles unable to get through that POC. I use the spot chart here. I'm using the Coinbase chart because it is, in my opinion, a more reliable chart for analyzing the volume using your anchored VWAPs, using your fixed range tool anchored volume profile. And yeah, so unable to just break through that POC at the moment, so therefore making having a bit of a move down in order to possibly make a higher low. We have tried this before and it didn't work out and it dropped. So if we do lose this area, I think if we end up seeing 4-hour closes, like if we close the day today below 64, then I don't know if we'll see new lows, but I think it can take us back down towards these lows that we had yesterday. Remember, this wick here is the FOMC wick. It's not often that you will see a move based off of a news event not get retested. So obviously we had the news, we continued higher. There could be a move down that takes us back into 61. That would be a bit messy, but then the whole low that we've had recently has been kind of messy. If we bounce here, it's just a relatively straightforward, easy bounce. So you could be doing something like this, long. I would say invalidation if we get a 4-hour close, that's basically by the end of the day, and you're targeting liquidity above. But there needs to be some volume to break that point of control. There needs to be some volume to break above 69k again, and so far we're not seeing that. What else is there? The moving averages, okay, we've still got that 200 EMA as support, the 50 EMA and the anchored VWAP from the high as at this stage resistance. Okay, so you can see anchored VWAP from the high, you bounce into it, and the 50 EMA, you drop, you bounce back into anchored VWAP and the 50 EMA, you drop, you bounce back into the anchored VWAP and the 50 EMA, slightly above it, but then another drop here. So there is that, and yeah, we do have poor lows from yesterday. So you see this little like tweezer bottom thing, no excess. So you have a down candle, up candle without really, any kind of excess below, no like big liquidation. It did happen at 5:30 in the morning. It happened during the Asia session. It would be an unusual time to put in the low, but based off of the reaction, I do feel like this could hold. We saw something similar at 38, right? So if we go back to, oh my god, I'm moving everything. If we go back over to 38k, they were poor lows, all right? So the 38k lows, there's not really any excess down there. It wasn't like, okay, you did kind of capitulate and then you chopped around for a little bit, but this got a reversal right around the New York Open. Didn't look particularly good to begin with, and then started impulsing higher. So yeah, there is that. I'd like to see a bounce here, and but I'm not buying it just yet because I already have plenty of long exposure. So does that make sense about what I'm looking for? I know it's kind of neutral. I don't have I'm not saying, oh my god guys, we're just going to pump from here. It's kind of neutral. There's bullish arguments, there's bearish arguments. I'd like to see higher, but yeah, we're getting a small pullback. It does feel like 38k. The thing is, after a bounce like this, and if you're looking at, we overanalyze the low time frames quite a lot because we're here on the charts looking every day. So there is a tendency to overanalyze the lower time frames, and we're less likely just to let the higher time frames play out. When you look at what's happened, okay, you drop down, you're in this little support area, we've had a drop below. We've almost changed market structure, coming back into what you would consider a support. So it's okay here. It's okay. But I would like to see a little bit more. BTC good above 64k, 64,500 or 58k. Faded on day. Yeah, I think we can be in agreement. We don't really want to see lower than 64 here. Otherwise it just clouds things. Bullish unless we lose it. Naked VWAP kind of close. May make sense after a day like yesterday, test demand and all that. Yes. That brings me on to another couple of things that I wanted to share. I'm going to stay on the Coinbase chart, I think, because once again, we're seeing a lot of volume on Coinbase. So VWAPs, previous day VWAP close is just at the bottom of this 4-hour gap. So this shaded area is our 4-hour gap. We've got our previous day VWAP close at 64,160, thereabouts. On other exchanges, it may be a little bit different. I think on perps, it's slightly higher. No, it's slightly lower. Slightly lower on Woo. Yeah, slightly lower on perps because that makes sense. It was a mainly spot buying that happened after that. So previous day VWAP close is there, just about 64k. Then there's previous day point of control, PDPOC, which takes us back down all the way to 62,800. So there are little levels underneath this. If we are to lose 64, like little scalps off of previous day VWAP close, maybe a little scalp off of the previous day POC, and there is an untested daily level there. So yeah, 30-minute time frame is kind of cloudy. The higher time frames are looking a bit clearer. Yeah, so where are we at with this? This kind of lines up as well. You don't really want to be retracing more than 50% of that last candle. That was a nice bullish engulfing yesterday. You don't want to come back down here into like previous day EQ. Oh, we must be near previous day EQ. I'm rambling a little bit. Previous day EQ is going to take us into the low of this range as well. So previous day EQ, 64,400. Mate, I'm just repeating all the same shit that's all the same level. Like, there's a ton of stuff at 64k and we don't want to lose it. There's a shit ton of stuff. Everything you want to look at is all around here. Let's just hold it, yeah? So we can go higher. Please. That would be very nice. Secondly, okay, I haven't really traded Bitcoin today. I mean, I haven't actually traded Bitcoin at all today. I just had the take profit yesterday, and I've not yet acted on this dip. NASDAQ, I have traded. So I have taken, I didn't take this first trade. I took a little scalp short here. I took a little long, an internal long, and I then took a short a little bit later on in the day. So the NASDAQ has been a very interesting day. New all-time highs, by the way, on the NQ. So earlier on, Asia session, we had this like parabolic move up. We then lost bullish market structure. For those of you who watch the cake live streams, watch Cake's live streams, the cake live streams, we had this bullish like break a block thingy with a gap in there. You lost that, and then it came back down to take out local lows. I was thinking we could take out the Asia lows from this because we didn't take out the highs, so therefore we'd take out the lows. Bounced around the golden pocket after taking internal liquidity, made a new all-time high just before the new all-time high was here, 1 minute before New York opened. New York Open happened, you got that spike above to make another new all-time high, drop back down, golden pocket, gap. Then, this is where it becomes very important. We actually had a bearish bias after the initial balance. So, regular trading hours, turn those thingy-majiggies on, over here. And we can see after the IB was put in, 30-minute candles, we had a bearish bias. So, where's my TPU gone? I need to clean this up. Right, A period, B period. You traded, here's your initial balance low. This is messy, 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 messy stuff. But if you do see on my screen over here, you had your initial balance low. Bloody hell. This end of this little white line here, which is right on that 702 level, you had your initial balance low. C period took out the low, which then meant it was unlikely you were going to take out the highs. What happened? Price came all the way back up. Okay, after taking out the low, all the way back up. But remember, you've got an 88% probability of that high holding. You missed it by a couple of ticks, puked, and now finally has taken out the Asia lows. So a really technical day on the NASDAQ. What am I doing? I can't control anything. I'm so stupid. Yeah. So, shit. What am I doing, man? This is such a messy chart. Right, clean it up. Take off the TVO. But you get the idea, right? You failed, and you come down, and you take out the Asia lows afterwards. So we'll get rid of all the fibs. They were just little internal things. I was just charting this throughout the day. We'll lose this. And then you can see here, highs taken, failed to get continuation, roll over, take out the lows of the day, the Asia lows. And now we're seeing a bounce. So if NASDAQ can hold here, I think the ES has done something kind of similar. I don't trade the ES, but I think it's kind of similar. Yeah, we've taken out equal lows. That did take out the high afterwards. So yeah, equal lows took out the high. I think the initial balance high held here. Shit. Change that to 4. Yeah, initial balance high held initially, and then we come down and taking the lows. Okay, forget it. I don't trade the ES, I just trade the NASDAQ. So, yeah, getting a bit of a bounce here. Bitcoin at important level. And if we look at Ethereum, what was I charting on ETH? We've come up into a cluster of resistance again here, where we have a weekly level, a daily level that was an SR level previously. And with ETH, it's doing quite a similar thing. So 4 hour, you had the close above the 4 hour gap here. And now what Ethereum is doing is coming back into, once again, a little gap that it has on the chart there. And 200 EMA was tested, was lost, was reclaimed. You've got the 50 as resistance, you've got the 200 as support. Which one's going to win? My money would be on the 200. It's a higher time frame average. But I did say this, the first time you test the 50 and the first time you test anchored VWAPs from the high, you're not going to break them. I literally, like, I think I said those exact words. Like, I was like yesterday, if we bounce, we're not getting through this on first attempt. It just simply is not going to happen. That's too much. That's too much weighing it down. Like, I know moving averages are a bit dumb, but it lines up with the anchored VWAP. You're not going to break it on the first attempt. It hasn't broken it on the first attempt. There may be a second chance to try and break through it again if this can hold as support. So reasons to be bullish, less reasons to be bearish, but we'll wait and see. So yeah, sorry, I'm like real 50-50 today about what might happen here. So we can analyze it, but I don't know what to trade, whether to trade it. Tesla man says 59k or bust, then 69k. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I want to see 64 hold. So I want to see 65 hold because that's kind of where we are. Jason Casper, sorry. Super chat. Do you think it's important to hold the 64k or not? Nah, it's not important at all, Jason. Not important at all. Despite the fact that I've been talking about for 30 minutes that I really wanted to hold. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares? We're going to 100k. Fuck it. Thank you very much for the $99.99 super chat that I ignored for about 10 minutes. I'm going to like that. Like it. And I'm getting a phone call. Go away. Shadow Jacker, NPOC at 63, up to 72, 73, and then down to 59, 58. Maybe. Look, if we go up from here, are we really gonna go back down again? It depends. I think there's a lot of people sidelined on this move. I think if this does hold, I think Max Payne is just gonna keep ripping. But we take it level to level. We potentially have a nice range to trade here. So we do have a strong reaction from yesterday's lows. That does give us the potential for a nice range to trade. So if the lows are taken, if the highs are taken, internal stuff is just tricky. This is like, if you're short, take profit around here. It's like internal stuff's tricky to trade. Would line up with pre-halving dump if this wasn't it. Yeah. Six Juanita has been calling, yes. Juanita is a long way away still. I think we might put in a lower high. Max Payne is crazy up and down, then rip all the longs to 42k. That would be Max Payne, but that's also probably max unlikeliness. You can see the high time frame momentum has slowed. Yeah. Look, let me take you back to the last time. We hit all-time high. All right, fuck's sake. Stop messing around. The last time we made an all-time high, look here, yeah, high time frame momentum definitely slowed. All right, you had a big parabolic run up, you hit all-time highs, you ranged for a little bit, and then you just go nuts. So, and you didn't make a lower low after that. This is like your 58k low. This is like your 64k right here. So if we're going with anything even slightly like the last bull run, then we're kind of like here right now, I guess. But there's been other occasions where the same could have been said. You lose momentum and you just continue higher. It's a bull market. We're going to be going much higher by the end of the year, so I don't really mind what happens here. I think there's more opportunities to be had on altcoins. Yeah. Taurus Horse panic beneath 69 as we hold the real last cycle top of 64. Taurus Horse, who sees that? No one's panicking here, man. Do I look panicked to you? I'm chill, man. I'm sat in my juicy long, having already taken profit. I'm chill. Let's just rip it to 80k. Yeah, I just get it over and done with. Let's just bull market, man. All this sideways stuff. Just keep easy mode. It's easy. It's fun. AZTV, I hope you bought Ondo, brother. I did not. I have never bought Ondo. I've never traded Ondo. I don't know what Ondo is. I've seen it. I've seen people mentioning it, but I don't know what it is. Option for Luna. Oh, opinion. Why did I read that as option? Opinion for Luna, what? As in Luna that I shorted at 1 ondo equals 1 condo. Yeah, I have seen this. This is up like crazy. Let's just get all of these loaded up. Ondo. Is that really that new? Have I just missed this? Oh, it is that new. Wait, does Mexi have this? Oh, why is there a new thing that I haven't got a bag of? There should never be a new token release that I don't ape into. That's just against the rules. How dare they? How dare I miss this? I like buy literally everything that looks half decent that gets released. Because I'm like, it's bull market, man, I'm just gonna buy it. And then I just wait, and I haven't got this. I haven't got a bag of this. I can't brag about this, that's a shame. We talked about it last week, but you drunk as fuck. I was. That's why I do not remember. If I had bought it last week, I would have been massively underwater and probably sold it by this stage, as we were getting the dump. So, because that was Tuesday. Which Tuesday was that? This Tuesday? Last Tuesday? 12th? You could buy Slurf. No. That's not going to happen. You know I missed... Who here saw my tweet on that BOMI token like an hour after it launched? I was like, oh, I want to buy this when it dips. It never dipped and it did a 200x and I missed it. I tweeted it saying I want to buy this and I didn't buy it. I'm an idiot. I was looking for 50 cents. What, on... I was looking for 50 cents on Ondo. So I could have bought it here and I didn't. Man, I'm so stupid. Regardless, I probably would have been stopped. So whatever. I did get stopped on a bunch of stuff this week. It's been a long week. It's only been 1 day since we bounced. We had the lows yesterday, yeah. I did go stops. Yeah, Jason, look at this. Look. Where is it? This is pain. This is actual pain. Let me find it. Let me find my X post. Here we go. This is what I said on Boom. Hoping to grab a nice bag of BOMI if there is a decent 50% dip. Looks like it has a strong community backing who have given it a huge liquidity pool, which always gives me confidence. Now, this was the first one that was really like kicking off the pre-sale, just retarded bullshit that was happening. And that was in the morning of March the 14th when it launched. And at the time, it was like... the market cap was kind of high, but it had only just launched. And then, what was the token price? When I was watching this, the token price was 0.0006. So 0.0006. And now it's at 0.01 after going to 0.02. That's like 000 something to a 0 something. That's 2 zeros knocked off the price that I missed. Because I'm a knobhead. And I didn't buy it. And I could have just retired. That would have been 100. Yeah, it did go a lot higher. It would have been at like a 200x in a day. Oh well. What I bought instead was balls. I bought this nonsense, wolf with balls. So I do have a bag of this from down here when it was on Dex's, but it hasn't done very much. I bought some Wolf with Bulls, and I bought some. I did get Peng. I did take part in Peng before that hit exchanges. I did really well on Peng. Also, like, if you guys are still doing the Solana meme coins, don't go on to Dex Screener today. It's taken a whole new level of just horrible degeneracy. And trust me, you do not want to see the shit that is on Dex Screener, the shit meme coins that are coming out today. And if we continue the trend of MEXC listing whatever is the #1 trending token on Dex Screener, as it has been recently, I mean, crypto deserves just to die. The meme coins that are out right now, today, are not nice. Not nice at all. BTC bottom, aggro crazy right now. Hey, Tom Crown is in the house as well. Look at this. We've got Jason Casper and Tom Crown, both of which have 100k subscribers. Does Jason Casper? I think Jason Casper does. Congratulations, Tom K, on the 100k subs. I want to get in the 100k club. Everyone who's here, hit the likes, share these streams with your friends. Let's get little old me into the 100k club so I can be cool like Jason Casper and Tom Crown. And then we can be like the 3 100k brothers walking on our treadmills. And we could each do, if I get to 100k, then I will walk 100k with on stream with Tom Crown and Jason Casper, and we'll see who can do it, who can do it quickest. Where were we? Bitcoin. That's a decent. Aggro going crazy on that? Nah. Hold on. Let me have a look. Aggro. You're loved, Taurus. Some gems just take time to shine. Some do. It's not really going crazy here, is it? The good news is, I don't know if it's good news or not, but New York session is closing in 20 minutes. That has led to some relief recently. So that's when we had the big move up that broke the resistance yesterday. Yeah. Watching 1 minute, wondering if I missed the long. There's not really any structure here on the 1 minute. I don't think you missed anything. I wouldn't. I don't know, man. I don't feel like I'd want to trade this, but I'm long already. If you're not in a long and you've been sidelined, going long within this area and an invalidation if we lose 64 is absolutely reasonable. So it's there. It is an option. We do have a 4-hour close coming up. This would be really nice. If this 4-hour close comes back above this gap here, that looks kind of nice, right? That's pretty hot. And get rid of this VWAP. We know where it is. I don't know what that's doing there. It's cleaning my chart up a little bit. Want some more excess. I mean, that's the story of the past few days, isn't it? We're not getting excess on the lows. We're getting these drawn out, just fear-inducing, not very much happening kind of lows, rather than big excess. I don't know if that's bullish or not. You would expect to see more of a capitulation. But these long grinds, I almost think are more scary than when you just drop and get it over and done with. Look, This is the one that I was really drunk on, wasn't it? Or was it this one? Why all the dips on a Tuesday? Can't remember. I think it was this one actually. We always dip on a Tuesday. Yeah, literally, we always. Why is every low on a Tuesday? Tuesday. Interesting. The last three. But yeah, like this one here was like really, really easy because it just swept liquidity and just immediately bounced. These long drawn out things are tougher. Husky makes sense though. It's mostly spot driven market, not much leverage to flush. Yeah, I think most of the leverage has already been flushed. People who use leverage are wrecked, or using too much leverage are wrecked. A little bit of leverage, fine. I do leverage my account, but I go to like 1.7, 1.8. So I just squeeze a little bit more out of what I have. And even that is like, even that's kind of scary. When I start squeezing my account like that, and then every little movement, because essentially your crypto is volatile enough as it is, and you're basically spot trading because you're not going to get liquidated off of like a 1.7, 1.8, like 170, 180% margin of your account. You're not going to get liquidated off of that. You're fine. But then if it drops like 5%, and then it causes your portfolio to crash even more than that, and I think Jason uses a lot of leverage and it works for him. There's a difference. So with scalping, I will. Okay, I do have scalp accounts, and there'll be smaller amounts. I can move it into it. I do this when I'm hedging sometimes, and when I want to take a short. I don't want to overstay my welcome on a short, and I'll scalp trade something with like most of the account, and I'll be on high leverage and stuff. And the other thing is I trade everything on cross, so everything just shows up as being 50x regardless, but it isn't. So if you're trading on cross leverage, like just slide the slider to the top and it makes your P&L cards look better. So what I'm saying is I take my entire portfolio, because I'm trading on cross leverage, unified account, it's everything I own with it on that exchange. I'm taking my entire portfolio and I'm pushing it into positions and I'm milking that. I'm not using a sub account that I'm putting like few percent of my account into it. I go low leverage on a full account rather than high leverage on little portions of an account, generally speaking. So it's just, I just feel more comfortable doing it that way. but if we do nuke, I could lose everything. But then I know where my invalidation is, so it's okay. There's different things, different ways in which to do it. This is also because I trade on Woo. So with Woo, you don't have like separate futures and spot accounts. It is all unified, like you can do with Bybit. What's going on here? Nothing's happening. Different strokes for different folks. I like Isolated, gives me peace of mind. Indeed. I do have like, I do everything a little bit. Like I do mess around. My main account is like basically spot plays, but trying to milk a bit of margin out of those spot positions. Then if I'm doing day trading, I do that on another exchange. I tend to do that on like a different exchange or a sub account. And then I have margin. And then if I'm using my other account, then I do sometimes use Isolated. Although I don't tend to use Isolated leverage, I'll trade margin tickers instead, because there's so many ways you can do it. You can trade options, there's so many ways. As long as you do what is comfortable to you and enables you to be able to manage your own risk, then it's all good. Horses for courses, strokes for folks, and everything else. I want to put Agritrade on to make it just a little bit more exciting here. 1 second chart. Let's go. Oh my God, we're pumping. Oh my God, we're dumping. Oh my God, we're pumping. 1 second chart is way too ridiculous. 10-second chart. Look, we got spot sale in here. I mean, yeah, we got spot sale in here. Perhaps buying. That's actually not good. End of the day, though. End of the day shenanigans. I know GBTC, Grayscale have sent 300 Bitcoin to Coinbase. No, 3,000 Bitcoin to Coinbase to sell, which will happen overnight tonight, probably. So there will be 3,000 Bitcoin sold tonight. Maybe. Maybe not. I only just saw a tweet about it earlier, so I didn't bother reading it properly. Ting Quan Lu, thank you very much for subscribing. I don't think it was as much as yesterday. Yeah, how much? Is there? Yeah, ETFs. So, yeah, so this is currently what we've been seeing. So we have been seeing outflows for the last few days from the ETFs. This is really useful. So if you go to coinglass.com, right, they've got the new ETF tab, and you can see. So you don't need to go to like the BitMEX research tweets anymore. It's all here. It's very nice. Get rid of that stupid thing. And yeah, you can see what GBTC are doing, being absolute just pricks every day and just selling. But then you got your net flows here. And of course, we had the highest ever, and then naturally, you're going to be chilling out a little bit on that. So it wasn't as bad yesterday as it was the day before. We'll see what happens today. Volume is coming down. Meh. But yeah, everyone's just selling out of GBTC, going into other stuff. I like iBit. That's the one I'd buy if I was going to, or ARC. I don't know why, whatever. HODL. Who's this HODL? I can't remember anymore. Funding rates. Chill. What are the overall funding rates today? Neutral. HODL is a ticker name, is good. A tickle name. A little tickle name. Yeah. HODL Van Eck. Yeah, maybe. What is it? It says it right here. HODL is Van Eck, yes. Isn't it like they've got this one? Hashdex. It's called DeFi. Bitcoin isn't DeFi, you stupid suits. I mean, it is, but not as we know it. Still nothing happening. What's going on, Binance? Achy neck, as always. Oh, by the way, my random hour-long flu-y cold episode I had yesterday when I was sneezing all the time, just gone, which is nice. Open interest dropping on the move down. That's not really bearish, is it? So we're not getting aggressive shorts. I mean, we were getting shorts opening, just leading the move down. So open interest coming up. There's just selling. That's subsided. Open interest is back to normal. I kind of think we balance here. Wonder what happens with SEC trying to go after ETH. Nothing. They couldn't even win a lawsuit against XRP. They're not going to do much against ETH, are they? But this is the thing that like kind of makes me laugh. Like, SEC is going after Ethereum for being a security, or for trying to make out that it's a security. It is a security. Like, I said this on the stream yesterday. Like, Ethereum is, by definition, a security. There doesn't need to be an investigation into Ethereum as to whether it is a security or not. It is a security. Like, if it's proof of stake, it's a security. But the whole framework of what a security is just so stupid anyway. So a security basically being something that you buy and it can generate you income by buying it, by holding it. Like a stock gives dividends, so it needs to be regulated. ETH, if you stake it, essentially gives you a dividend. Security, right? But then not everyone stakes it. And it used to be proof of work, so then it wasn't a security, but now it is. Who cares? Like, who cares? SEC have hardly been able to do anything to crypto anyway, have they? So who cares? How many likes does this have? Look at this. Chat revenue. I made some money on this stream. Come on, let's get the likes up. Thanks to Jason Casper for the super chat. If anyone else would like to super chat, then yay. Look how far behind it is. Let's catch it up. There we go. There's me within a window, within a window, within a window. Crazy. Should we have a look at some altcoins or something? Or should we do, what else should we do? Ah, it's a bright screen. Wonder if that would be a crypto black swan, as so many coins have staking. Big crackdown on them all. What are they going to do? They're not going to do anything. They can't do anything. They're not going to crack down on it. They can't do anything about it. Braveheart, AVAX. Sure. AVAX. AVAX, I was so bullish on AVAX, and it's just like not carried on the way I wanted it to. I had this trade and I was holding it because I was like, yeah, this is going higher, higher, higher. And I was buying AVAX back down here as well. Actually, that's just a day trade. Forget that. No, I'm fine. But it just hasn't continued, has it? It's kind of weird. AVAX had 40 million unlocks today. $40 million unlocks. Okay. This is an old chart. Let's have a look. So, what are these? What are these? What is this? I'm gonna do toppy downy stuff. So let's also do it on Binance. AVAX. I'm gonna mark that high. It is just a monthly high. It's not that significant, but I'm gonna mark it. Weekly level. Weekly level all the way up there. Daily level, same as the weekly level. Daily gap. Cool. 4 hour. Chilling. It would have to have a really big dump to get down here. 4 hour EMAs. Looking good. And then we have, where's your anchor view up from here? A little bit lower. not that interesting. There's your POC locally, so it's at that POC. Do this as a fixed range instead, because it's local. So you got this little range going on. It's not really doing anything. I would, again, I'd wait for the 4 hour for a setup on the 4 hour. If it was to drop like down into 46, 45, 44, I'd really like that, because you start to then test these like just higher time frame support-y stuff, right? But it's trading within this range. Value it's at value, so it's not like you don't really want to be opening trades here. If it sweeps lows, sure, look for longs. If it sweeps highs, don't look for shorts, because it's a bull market. Like, I don't like to take SFPs of highs, but of lows, fine. Because if this does break higher, it's just probably going to keep running and short squeezing people, because that's just what we keep seeing. Yeah, nothing really to say on this. Locally, similar to what Bitcoin's done, downtrend. It's all internal. It's just all internal, choppiness. Nothing too interesting there. Sorry. AVAX I like in the long term. Like, look at that chart. I think AVAX will make new all-time highs. What is the market cap of AVAX? How much more supply is out there? See, that's a bit more interesting, because so you've clearly got a lot more supply now than there was previously. And there's been another unlock today, so that means more supply again today, which probably means that by tomorrow the market cap's going to be higher again just naturally, right? Maybe. Tesla Man! Thanks for the great TA and being patient with you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Do you think gaps will have much influence on the ETFs? I never really checked it. I'll check AXS in a minute. I'm not really looking at like the CME gaps and things anymore, and other stuff. We don't have any CME gaps, do we? No, we don't have any CME gaps. At least not unless you're going all the way down here. I may be wrong, but I don't think we have any CME gaps. And GBTC gaps, have they done? I guess. I guess it did do that. I mean, it hasn't. I know you meant on Grayscale. Sorry, I'm like weird like that. I'll answer a question that's nothing related to the question. It just reminds me of something, and I just talk about something else. I'm like, oh, gaps. There's no CME gaps. I remember those. They used to be something. I don't know. I have no comment on ETF gaps. Essentially, you have had a gap fill close enough, so there's a fucking load of gaps. So I don't know. What about FVG gaps? Well, a gap is a gap. Like a gap in price action and imbalance, and if it is, yeah, fine. I don't want to call them fair value gaps, because that gives that just stupid guy more like whatever clout. It's yeah, gaps are important. They're imbalances. Imbalances are there to be repaired. We should be trading in balance. A market should trade in balance. And if it creates imbalance like it does here, it should be tested like it did there. If it creates imbalance like it did here, it should be tested like it did there. If it creates imbalance like it did here, it should be tested like it did here. If it creates imbalance like it did here, it should be tested like it's doing right now. So yeah, they're valid. It took the low. Yeah, so New York session has just closed, so we have taken out New York lows. Single prints filled, still in the gap. Mind the gap. Mind the gap. Obviously, this is no longer previous day low. This was from yesterday, but that is the day. That is a low. Like, it's just a low. From Sunday. Weekend low. Don't know if it's relevant. Kind of is, because we were thinking that could hold. Is it relevant? I don't know. It's a line. Get rid of the stuff. Who cares? What's your thoughts on the recent BTC pump potentially already having the upcoming halving priced in? I don't think I can give a correct answer to that. Like, this cycle, I don't know. I don't know. Like, we made a new all-time high before the halving. It's the first time it's ever happened. Previous halvings have had a range that formed after the halving, but we still got a month until the halving. Like, almost like exactly a month. A lot can happen in a month. Within a month, we've already gone from 60k to 74k back to 60k. Like, that's a long time. All of this price action. And we've still got this again to happen before the halving. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a bias. We'll see where we're at when we get close to the halving. And we're going to have a big ass party anyway. It's like when it made new all-time highs. We're stepping into the unknown. ETFs are an unknown. The halving is kind of an unknown, especially because we've made an all-time high and we're so high already. If you'd have told me 6 months ago that we'd be a month away from the halving and the price would be at 64k, I'd be like, oh my god, that's like crazy bullish. But now we're at 64k and we've been at 74. It seems like it's somehow a bad thing. I don't know. I just trade what I know, and I don't know what's going to happen, so I can't comment on it. Fuck you, Snappy Flappy. I'm not the treadmill copycat. I did it first. Get out of my stream. I did it first. Treadmill copycat. Just because those guys have 100k subs and I don't, does not mean that I'm the copycat. Are you in London? Yes, I am. And why should it be a problem that I'm on a treadmill? Because I'm keeping myself fit and active when we sit here all day long staring at screens. So you got to keep yourself fit and active somehow. Treadmills are the #1 trading view indicator to pump your bags. Yes, they are. I chart and trade on a treadmill at gym for almost 2 years now. Exactly. It's really good. You can just like, I work like this quite often. I get so many steps in every day. Even little Luna sometimes comes along on her treadmill sometimes. On, not her treadmill, my treadmill. She sometimes walks on it. AZTV, so was I doing it 2 years ago? I started doing it just after, because someone I was mentioning in Dubai, when I was in Dubai, that was 2 years ago. It wasn't quite 2 years ago. So I was in Dubai in May 2 years ago. And then I started doing the treadmill stuff after that. Then I started trading. Then I started doing the treadmill stuff. I think. I might be wrong. I don't know. Can't remember. Can never do cardio and do charts like your. I mean, this is not cardio. It's going for a gentle stroll. I could do this if I was a big fat man. Although, to be honest, I do get a little bit out of breath if I do start talking too much. I'd rather walk and stare at the screen than just sit and slowly die. Exactly. Longs continue to open with spot selling. We're gonna get spot selling this tonight. We've had outflows again today. We're gonna get spot selling again. Whatever. The Coinbase premium's gonna go away again. Oh no. What's gonna happen to our Coinbase premium? When does the ETF stuff update? Will we know what the outflows were today? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna get spot selling tonight. It is inevitable. We got perp selling, we got spot selling. That's a lot. Yeah. There's like what, 300 Bitcoin, 3,000 Bitcoin to be sold. Coinbase overnight, but then you've got inflows from other stuff as well. That's only one ETF. So what's going on with it? How much are they actually selling? Let's have a look. Let's see. It's not going to take long to sell 3,000 Bitcoin. And it probably won't affect price that much. Yeah, there's a guy. So I know, yeah, the ETF updates will be like done soon, but I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. We trade the chart. The chart is the only thing that we can control because that is how we manage our risk. We cannot control what GBTC is doing. We cannot control how much other people are selling, how much other people are buying. But what we can control is by looking at the chart and by using what has happened previously. And the chart is how we manage our risk. Otherwise, you cannot manage risk. That's the only reason the chart exists, because it gives you percentages that you can, where you are right now to where you ideally want it to go and where you ideally do not want it to go. So without a chart, you could be buying here and you don't know how to manage your risk. Do we want to get a trade like that? That's something that you could do, and you can manage your risk because you have a chart in front of you. Cheats out, Chad's in. MC Bro has been calling top since 37k. Yeah. I think we're about to get some bigger spot selling over the next couple of weeks. We're due for a real correction anyway. Even the technicals are showing it. They're not. But whatever. Like, they're not. They're not showing it. Does that look bearish? But yeah, regardless, if it goes down lower, it doesn't matter. We're still going higher by the end of the year. Just don't. The monthly stochastic. Could just consolidate while people piss their pants. Exactly. Exactly. We could do. That does not look like a chart that looks bearish to me. That looks like a chart with good momentum on its side. Like every time, look, it's like, oh my god, we're down like 2% today. I'm gonna get bearish again. Crazy 15-minute candle, yeah. Oh, look, we've stopped everybody out of their longs. I bet Ethereum's getting a nice bounce. Ah, look at it! Of course it is. ETH BTC and Coinbase chart, and look where it is. That's like the obvious. ETH BTC and ETH USD moving at the same time, outpacing Bitcoin. Because everyone's watching Bitcoin right now like, they're going to be selling on us. We'll give it some time. I'm not saying we're going back up to 72 again now. But yeah. Look at the 9 MA on the weekly. Who looks at the 9 MA on the weekly? I have never heard of the 9 MA on the weekly. But anyway, MA or EMA? We'll look at both. Wait, I need to turn it on first. That's where the anchor VWAP is. Cool. Or a little bit lower than where the anchor VWAP is. I like the 9. Okay, yeah, fair enough. It's done okay. Actually, no, yeah, fair. Okay, 9 AMAs on the weekly is okay. I've never done the 9. So 9 times 7's 63. 63-day EMA. $63-day EMA. Is there alpha in that? I don't know. I'll stick to what I know, which is that one. Why is the 50? There we go. There we go. I'll stick to what I know. Staying in my lane. 50 in the 200. Retail EMAs. They work. I like them. I'm so tempted just to like compound my ETH long here. Come on, let's just send everything. Look at Ethereum. Holding this high volume node. Looking good, ETH. I want to make out that this is the POC. Let's pretend it's the POC by moving it until it is. There it is. Hey guys, look, we flipped the POC into support. If we take this random pull from when it broke 3K, is that relevant? Maybe. Is there a? It might be our monthly POC. Are we at the monthly POC? I don't think there's enough price action here. Yeah, we're at the monthly POC, guys. It's fine. There you go. Look, we're holding the monthly POC as support. We're golden. Yeah, send ETH. Send ETH. Dump Bitcoin dominance. This is where Bitcoin dominance is going. That is where Bitcoin dominance is going. This, my friends, is where ETH is going. Let's just put it to scale. Put it to scale. There we go. That is ETH. We'll forget this one. That's too bearish. That's where ETH is going. In case you didn't know, this is our wonderful Ethereum overlord right here, who's gonna pump our bags. Okay. I've just had my email to say, congratulations, you've reached 15,000 subscribers. 15,000 subscribers. That happened like yesterday, but still, it's cool, right? If this holds and pumps, I'm a happy man. What alts are doing well right now? I really want to see some like also like shout out. That is another 10x. Buying it 15.5 cents today. Another 10x in the bag on Rio. I know we have some Rio holders in here. I know we do. I saw you earlier. Jam B is in here, I think. I may be wrong, but we do have some Rio holders in here. What else is up today? Alt layer, good. You've never heard of this coin? I've been shilling it for a while. I've not been shilling it. It's a it's like tokenized real estate and stuff. It's real world asset kind of thing. They have like a tokenized marketplace. There's been a bit of hype about it for a while. It's quite nice. I like to get into stuff early. Anyone who knows me knows I like to get into stuff early. And it either goes to zero or we make good money. It's kind of like Tier. We were buying Tier all the way down here. Yo. Pocked. What is Pocked? I have not heard of Pocked. Pocked. This Pocket Network? What was the first chart? Probably I've charted this before. You are at the 200 daily EMA. Right this very second. I must have charted this back. That's quite what is it? Whatever it is, the chart looks good now, but when you look at where it's come from, I guess it got hammered in a bear market like everything does. I kind of like this, especially like right now. Real world asset deepen. There's hype around that stuff. Let me take a look at it. If there's something new that I haven't heard about it and I like it, then I will not hesitate to buy myself a bag. Why is it so bright? Dark mode. Pocked. It's too... That market cap's kind of high. Is that the right one? Oh, yeah. It is the right one. The RPC base layer, Web3 infrastructure with high uptime, cost-effective access and low latency. Oh, my knees. I've been walking too long. Okay. I don't understand any of it. I do not understand a word it is saying. But what I do is I just check like Twitter hype on stuff like this and see if there's enough hype. It does look, no, it doesn't look like a textbook blow off top. Well, it depends. It depends which part of it you're looking at. Look. If I was waiting to... Who's that? Kashif Bashir subscribed. Thank you very much. If I wanted to scale in, and if I wanted to DCA into a new token that I hadn't done so before, if it was in an uptrend and it was down more than 50%, which it is now, and it was having its first test of the 200 daily moving average, that would be where I would start to DCA in. Yeah, that would be where I would start to DCA in. It doesn't really matter what asset it is. If you're down more than 50% from the highs, okay, you're within a discount area, right? You're coming close to that golden pocket. You're getting your first touch of the 200 EMA, which is an altcoin. The EMAs will work, trust me. And you're at the anchored VWAP from when it started the move. That right now is where I would start DCing into that asset. That is what I use on like everything that's like this. That is your first test to see if this is really going to be continuing to trend. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But that looks like a good opportunity right there. If this is a half decent project, that should hold it and it should be going to new highs. So you do have the potential from today, depending on where this closes, 100% move. Spot bag. I might buy some. I am putting this on my watch list. Thank you to whoever did that. Pocked. That is going on my watch list because that looks like an opportunity right there. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I don't care. But, well, I do care because I don't want to lose money, but yeah. Yeah, that looks good to me. If you want another token that looks really, 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 really good, right? Zeph. This is about as good a chart as you can possibly get. So you had a huge... So again, Zeph, I've been in Zeph since like $1 something. So I've made really, really good money off of it already. It's had a pullback of 80%, yeah, an 80% correction, broken out of that, broken that bearish market structure, come back in to test where the POC is of this whole thing, and come into this gap on the daily. And now today we're back onto that POC. So again, Zeph, I think Zeph is going to $100. I think it is a $100 asset. So again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've already made good money on this, remember, but that is a fantastic looking chart to me. That is one of the best charts that I think is out there at the moment. That is one of the sexiest looking charts in existence. You also had these bullish 4-hour divergences coming off of oversold. if you like that kind of thing. But I like Zeph. What else do I like? Any other like alphaness I can give today? A lot of other stuff is not sure if there's anything else. But yeah, that stands out. Dimension as well, I think, stands out as being a real nice opportunity here. So this looks good. It's just because new token, man. This looks like a really nice range. I like where it's at. So I think Dimension as well. I think Dimension, Zeph, that POCT, good. QNT I think is coming back as well. This is one of the tokens that did best for me in the last market cycle. Like again, I rode that up to the highs. I think QNT is going to do another run soon. There's a ton of stuff. You walking on a treadmill, bro? Yes, I am. I am indeed walking on a treadmill. Can you check SRM? Serum, which used to be like Solana's little brother and then just disappeared off of the face of the earth when FTX crashed. I don't know about this. I have no idea if this will ever come back. Like this basically, Serum used to be like Solana beta. So like when Solana would move, Serum would move like afterwards, but more. And this was when you go into like the last bull market. I don't know if it will ever come back. It's been delisted from most places. So I don't know. I can't comment on it. Whatever it is, it's Rex. If it does bounce in any way, then you'll make some money from it. Yeah. Oh, this also looks good. Manta. Like Manta, Dimension, Zeph. These three charts, look at that sideways accumulation and it hasn't had a run yet. And we're in a bull market. What about Dymo? Big time. Dymo and big time. Dymo. Nah. That's had its thing. It might go higher. That looks like it's had its thing to me. I don't know. Big time I did well from. Again, big time. This chart here is very similar. So you see what happened here. So I took this leg. I traded that leg. I'm not really interested in it anymore. But I traded this leg, and you look at this. So new token, okay, goes through sideways accumulation, has a little bit of a markup to start to break out of that on decent volume, comes back in to test the POC, and then just sends like an absolute crazy thing. Manta, okay, look at what this is doing right now, okay? Sideways accumulation, a little bit of a markup on good volume, coming back in to test where your imbalances were, where the impulse was, and your POC. Okay, very, very similar to Big Time. Big Time then did a 10x from this very point. So you could say $30. Yeah, very reasonable. What was the other one I said? Dime. Same thing. Okay. Maybe a little bit too early on this because it has potentially. I think either way you're probably fine with where this is at, but you have a slight markup. This is maybe not quite as developed as thing is, and Jupiter did the same thing. Okay, so Jupe was the same. You have sideways accumulation, you have a markup, decent volume, This came back in to test the POC. It happened to be on a day that there was a massive dump on Bitcoin, and it went a lot lower, but then went and sent straight afterwards. Zeph did exactly the same thing. Okay, so you have a markup, you consolidate, send. Tia was the same. Dot did it when it launched a few years ago. Solana did it when it launched a few years ago. So new projects, if you want to look for like relatively easy 10x's, this is the kind of stuff to look at. And in fact, Mantis looks so good that I need to go and buy more. I don't want to make non-financial advice. This is no financial advice. But yeah, it looks really good. John, that's exactly where my limit is on big time. What? Where? You shouldn't be going back down to wave 1. Not maybe in a year or so. But you probably shouldn't be going back down to wave 1 now. I don't know about big time. But yeah, okay, fair. I'd rather go for something new that hasn't yet done this. That hasn't yet had that big market cycle. But that's just me. Once it's done that, I just sack it off onto the next thing. Like, it's done its thing. Unless I really like the project, like I do with Zeph. Contradicting myself there because I'm saying that something that has had a move already looks good. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. By the way, like CAS, when that launched, did the same thing as what I'm showing on Manta. I bought CAS at 0.2 cents. I really want it to get up to 20 cents so I get 100x out of it. Big Time is actually a good game, unlike all the other crypto games. I haven't played, I don't play any games like at all ever. So I obviously haven't played it. I haven't seen it. I have no idea what it actually is, really. Is it like a Fortnite kind of thing? I know that there's this other one, this was another one, Shrap. But Shrap looks terrible. But again, it did really well. It had a really big move. It did really, really well. Made some money from it. But I'm not going to look at that again because the game looks terrible. Katana Inu. Again, the game looks good. And I'd like to see this go higher. Up there somewhere. But yeah, I'm not a gamer. I can't really comment. A new project coming out soon, Gaming, which full disclosure, have invested in. So I have invested in a gaming project, which is kind of like Render, but like for gaming, if that makes sense. So like Render does GPU power for rendering videos. With Gaming, the token will be GMRX. Doesn't exist yet. I bought the tokens. I don't know if I can disclose how much I bought the tokens for, but I'm going to do it anyway. Was it 0.1 or 0.01 cents? Anyway, I bought some tokens, pre-sale. VC, seed funding. So, yeah. Look out for GMRX, because when it launches, I'll probably dump on you. I won't. I'm not going to dump on you. It's the first time I've ever gone into something in the seed round. So GMRX will be the first token released. So I've done GMRX Gaming, which is going to be, it's incubated by CoinMarketCap. It's the first token incubated by CoinMarketCap. I'll show you it on here. It's this project. I'm bullish on it. GMRX. This one. This isn't a shill. I'm just saying it because I'm kind of interested in it. Because it's the first time. I'm kind of excited. So I have invested into this, which is this project. Okay. It is CoinMarketCap incubated. incubatee, the first one ever from CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap being the biggest website in crypto, which is kind of cool. And essentially, you play games and you share. You get paid to watch people stream. You get paid by, you can basically like sell your GPU power to the infrastructure and stuff. It's launching on Bybit in a few days. And I think, how much did I buy it for? I posted this in the Discord. Is it 0.1 or 0.01 cents? Oh, 0.001. 0.001 cents, and it should launch with a $200 million market cap. So that's what the fair value should be of this. So when it launches, you should see that it's around about $200 million. So when it's here, it should be about $200 million. So you'll know if it goes higher, I'll probably start sell some tokens. I only get like 10%. I really probably shouldn't be saying this in a stream. I should probably edit this out afterwards. Am I allowed to share that information? I don't even know. But we'll see. See what happens with it. I'm gonna get a lawsuit handed to me. Why did you give away all this insider information? Shit. 50x the processing power of render. Yeah, this is going to be a huge project. I didn't sign anything. I didn't sign a single thing. And look, we're like, what, 5 days away from it launching. Who cares? There you go, some little alpha for you. The other one that I did was Aether. This one. I bought a node on this project, so look out for these. I've got a node for this. Yeah, there's no website listed, but yeah, this is gonna launch soon. This one, Ether. They just did. Oh my god, that was bright. Yeah, they just did their public sale for their nodes, and you had to like be like whitelisted. It was really hard to get the nodes, but I got a node before because I'm cool. It's a bit of fun for me. I'm just playing around with this stuff. Like it's more like I have no idea if oh my god, my DMs were open. What were those DMs? Oh dear. Doxing other people in the DMs in my stream. Man, I've got to end this stream now. I'm getting too crazy with this. But this has been fun. This has been good. I'm going to try and stream again tomorrow, because I've streamed every day this week, so I'm going to try and do it again tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can keep up daily live streams, because we're in a bull market. And yeah, we like live streams. They're fun. So thank you everybody for watching. Please do hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you've not done so already. Check out our website, tauruscrypto.com. If you're interested in joining the crew, then we would love to have you in the crew. So the crew is our educational community and our trading community. So if I bring you over to here, you can see that we're constantly sharing ideas and setups. We've got our coaches, myself, French Bull, Randall, Cake, Delirium, Fugazi, constantly sharing stuff. We've got our trading chat, which is always looking at things. So look at this. Just whilst we've been streaming, look, shorts trapped very aggressive at that low, and we bounced strong. So we've got people in the chat here trading the low that's just been put in on Bitcoin. So you can see here, trap shorts at the lows. So well done, Benny, for that. We've got Martin showing some ideas. We've got, yeah, Benny taking a trade here as we're doing the live stream, which is really cool. We've got a whole educational content section. So yeah, if you want to learn more about technical analysis trading, and if you want to, oh, my treadmill stopped, which means I've been streaming for 2 hours. And just rolled me off the edge. My treadmill stopped. So there we go. That's my 2 hour timer to say I've been walking too much and that I should stop streaming. Yeah, come and join the community, tauruscrypto.com or wop.com/taurus-crypto. Hopefully see you over there. And yeah, have a great day. Rest of the evening, whatever it is you're doing. It feels weird when I'm not walking. So used to it. It feels quiet now. Spooky. Anyway,